When it comes to gathering customer feedback from surveys, sentiment analysis is a game changer. And I have been very vocal about this. I've been using it for years, and I talked about this in a previous video, which I will share with you. So if you want to look at the whys and to understand the whys of this. Today, I just want to focus on the how. How do I use sentiment analysis to transform insights into action in such a quick way that it changes completely the role of the CX Insights Manager? I can focus on solving the problems and on talking with the teams and on figure out how to perform those changes instead of looking really at the why and the root cause. Let me show you why. First of all, very quickly, I wanted to recap how sentiment analysis works. I've given much more details on the previous video, as I was saying, but in a nutshell, every feedback is cut into sections. Sections can be seen as having a positive, neutral, or negative sentiment, and you can see all of the categorization being done automatically by the tool. This translates from qualitative feedback all the way to quantitative feedback. And for my analysis, for looking into the pain points, I will actually be doing the reverse process, moving from quantitative feedback to qualitative feedback. What is very good with sentiment analysis is that I now know what is important for my customer and how satisfied they are. This is very crucial because I can really dig into each pieces of content very, very quickly. Before I do that, I always like to transform all of the information from every touch point, every sources of feedback into one simple visual that I have called the voice of the customer map. You can see here very simply what is important for my customers. That's the size of the bubble and where they are satisfied or not. You can see that with the colors, or you can see that with the position on the vertical axis. So now I see pain points, big pain points such as the support speed, big USPs as well, product quality and the delivery speed and how user-friendly my website is, right? But now I want to go into the pain points. The voice of the customer map is a brilliant, simple visual that just highlights exactly what my clients want to see from the customer's point of view. It's really the perception of the entire experience at that moment in time. And of course, you can see the evolution of those pain points. You can see them popping out. You can see them going back to the green because we are working on that. And this is brilliant to also share that with the teams on how we have improved overall and where customers' perception is shifting from one part of the experience to another and hopefully getting more satisfied. Now from the bigger visual of the voice of customer map, I'm gonna go back into the tool and try to figure out those pain points. I'm gonna look at, first of all, what is important to my customers. Here I'm going on this e-commerce example, an online shop. When I click on it, I get to the subcategories, and I right away can see there's a lot of people talking about coupons and discounts. So I'm gonna filter and see already specifically on the coupons and discounts, what are the customers talking about? And now what's great with the tool is that the insights are automated. I can directly, by clicking on the discounts, I see that there is a correlation between the discounts and the registration part. And I can see that a lot of people are complaining about registration codes, and it seems to be a majority of French people. So something is happening with my French customers that I need to figure out. Now, how do I understand the pain points exactly, right? I just know there is an issue with coupons and registration code. What is that issue? I just click on all of those parts and just filter out to have only the most relevant messages. Come on, this is 2023, right? We do not have to read the thousands of messages the way I used to do it 10 years ago. So now I can see that French person said, I did not receive my discount codes after I registered my product. Now I get it. It's not like it's not working. They just haven't received it. So I have highlighted my the root cause. I have my pain points. French customers do not receive the registration voucher. And from that point, it's very straightforward for me to just share that information directly from the tool to the relevant teams. They know there's a problem with discounts at the registration process with the French customers. And it was just a few hours away before they actually found the source of that problem and saw that there was an issue with the way they set up the mailing campaigns and that all emails were going to spam. This is just a small example, one example, but there's countless examples on how you can really go from the insights to the action and solve those pain points, see those problems disappear and see the evolution of satisfaction because they stop complaining about this unique pain point. And imagine how much money now you're saving. What I was sharing with you was a lot of insights, a lot of complaints about this. So now I can also quantify what was the cost of this issue. You know, if a ticket costs you 10 euros, well then 10 euros times the number of people who have been complaining, multiplied by also the share of people who haven't been complaining but still had that issue, well, you know that this was a huge issue for your support, a huge issue for the customers, and something that was very easy to solve. So that's really for me the value, to conclude on all of that, the value of using sentiment analysis. It has completely transformed the way the role of a CX Insights Manager goes. Now it's all about solving the issues, it's all about prioritizing, while before it was about digging deep into feedback and reading thousands of feedback to be able to find that root cause. Now it's there. Prioritization is there. You went from all of the insights, all of the important satisfaction, all of the way to the pain point very quickly.